Hi everyone! Welcome back again to my channel. It's me again, Kimmie. And if you're new in my channel, I am Kimmie and I'm a medical student from the Philippines. Welcome back to my Med Diary series in which I will be talking about my medical school journey. So for today's video, I will be sharing to you some of the realizations I made on what I should have done before I started going to medical school. So the first one is that I should have studied or read before medical school class started. I was really intentionally wanting to study first or maybe just read before medical school start. But then they actually told me and a lot of people who are already in medical school, like even if you will search in Twitter or in Facebook, they will really say, don't just study, you will just forget what you really studied, or you will really just forget what you read. So me, as a very naive person, I really stopped studying. And what I did is just I studied if I just need to, or I studied if I have time. But usually we really like to enjoy our free time, right? So what I did is I watched more dramas, like K-dramas, before school start. I really enjoyed my time, and I worked hard before school start to gain also money for my expenses in medical school. So when medical school came, I really thought to myself, and I really told myself, you should have really studied. You should have even just take down notes. You should have read it once or twice. And that's the most regretful thing I did before I started medical school. Not studying and not reading. Like, even if you will not really study it, just maybe just read once, it will really be helpful before you will start medical school. So maybe if you're a pre-med, like a PT who really have a vast knowledge in anatomy, or a medtech who has a vast knowledge in histology, biology who has vast knowledge in physiology, something like that. So it might be, or a pharmacist, like you have vast knowledge for biochemistry. So maybe if you have already background for that, then it's okay, you will not study. But if you are someone who is like me, like not pre-med, or maybe if you really think that you cannot really get medical school, the expectation in medical school, you cannot really handle the pressure much. So I would really suggest, if you still have a lot of free time before medical school starts, then you maybe do your best to read. Maybe just read about even just a few chapters. Like, at least when medical school starts, it's not anymore very alien to you. Terminologies, medical terminologies are very different. So second was, I should have watched more videos. Like I told you, I watched K-dramas before medical school, right? So although I watched some K-dramas, medical dramas about medical related things, but I should have not wasted my time watching K-dramas. I should have watched more videos about anatomy, about physiology, about biochemistry, and about histology. So instead of watching the whole length 16 episode of K-drama that equals to 16 hours of my time, I should have watched more about anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, or histology. So that 16 hours of one K-drama I'm sure will be a lot of videos about anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and histology, which is very common in medical school. I know some of my classmates in medical school, sometimes they don't really just read the book anymore, because like if they keep reading and reading the book, time is really not enough. So what they did is that they will just watch video regarding that topic. So, especially during long exams. In long exams, you will not read only 5 chapters. You will read more than 5 chapters for one long exam. So, imagine, time is really, really not enough in medical school. So, they will just watch videos. So, if you already watched the videos before, like let's say the upper limb of the human anatomy, then it will be not new and you will be more familiar once the test will come in medical school. So instead of watching 16 episodes of Netflix, 16 episodes of K-dramas, or even like the 5 episodes of some short dramas, why not watch more videos about anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and histology, and that will really help you a lot. But anyways, I still enjoy watching K-dramas. But when I started medical school, I already stopped watching K-dramas already. Because no time. I don't even have time to sleep well. The next one is I should have prepared my mental health severely. What do I mean by severely? I am someone who can really handle my emotions well. But when I entered medical school, I had a lot of breakdowns that sometimes I cried myself to sleep. And sometimes there were a lot of regrets, sometimes a lot of things that, I should have done this, I should have done that, I shouldn't have entered medical school. You will really doubt yourself a lot. It will really crush your mental health. Like, within a month in medical school, I already had a lot of breakdowns. And I'm telling you once again, I am someone who is very good at dealing with my emotions. But when I entered medical school, it really crushed me in every bit, in every pieces that I can crumble into. So, I'm hoping everyone to really prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, before you really enter medical school. And believe me, it's not just me. You ask any medical student and they will really tell you the same advice. Prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Like, gain your mental health a strong foundation before you will enter medical school. And that's, again, I think for me, that will be the biggest advice that I will tell you. What you should have done before medical school and what I should have done before I entered medical school. So the fourth one is that I should have spent more time with my hobbies. I told you I like watching K-dramas, and yeah, I did K-dramas. But aside from that, I was not able to do some of my hobbies because I was also working at the same time. So if you can afford to not have a job, maybe even just for 2 weeks before medical school, to enjoy what you love doing. Like, for example, I really like walking, I really like taking pictures, I like traveling new places to take pictures, I like doing videos, I love photography. But I did not do that because I was busy earning money before medical school. I was very busy focusing myself about medical school, preparing some requirements, and taking care of the money that I can spend in medical school just to help my parents. And I forgot some of my hobbies. Although I was able to watch K-dramas because that's the only thing that I can easily do after I worked. So, but I regretted not really doing a lot of my hobbies before medical school, because I tell you, after you enter medical school, once you are already in medical school, you will not even have enough time to sleep. So I will really hope if you can afford even 2 weeks before medical school, no job, just enjoying your hobbies, preparing yourself for medical school, that will really be good. Okay, and lastly, what I should have done before medical school. I think this will be one of the most important. It's to really spend more time with your family. mm, why did I say this? You will really forget about anything anymore. And even with your family, like, you will not really have enough time with your family because you will be whole day, you will be in school. Then when you arrive home, you need to study. This is my case because every day we have an exam. So when I arrive home, I need to study, or I will go home late because I need to study in school. Because I will be tempted to sleep when I arrive home. So sometimes I will just stay in school to study there. So you will not really have enough time with your family. All throughout my first semester in medical school, I was able to only go home, read, sleep for a while, go to school, go home, read, sleep for a while. Sometimes I cannot even eat dinner because I'm very busy, like I need to study this. Or sometimes I cannot eat a proper meal, especially dinner or breakfast, because I need to study. Like, the moment you wake up, you need to prepare going to medical school, and if you have extra time, you better study before the exam time. And there are really times that when I arrive at school, then I still have time. What I do is I eat and study at the same time. Like, eat and study at the same time. So it's that hectic. Your schedule is that hectic. So all throughout my first semester in medical school, I wasn't able to really get a proper dinner together with my family anymore. So sometimes, like, there are really times I don't see them anymore. Well, I can see my father because my father will actually send us, me and my brother sent us to school because my house is a little bit far in my medical school where I am going to. So it's actually like that. So before medical school, you make sure to really spend time with your family and with your friends, or I will really say with your family, because it's very, like, it really hurts a lot because you are just in one house, but you cannot really see each other anymore because you will just be locked inside your room studying. Because instead of wasting your time, like even eating, you will really feel guilty eating for a long time because you need to study in medical school. So it's how toxic medical school is. So I'm really wishing you will have more free time with your family and with your friends, and also with yourself before you will really enter medical school. So that's it, everyone. Those are the 5 things I should have done before I entered medical school. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from this video. Again and again, prepare yourself before you enter medical school. And I hope you will really take time to be with your family, with your friends, and to be with yourself before you enter medical school. And thank you once again for watching this video. And I hope you will continue to support me by clicking the subscribe button and like button. Also, you can also read my blog. I usually write blog if I cannot make video because video takes a lot of time. So you can visit kimmie.wordpress.com, or you can also like my Facebook page since I'm, I think, 80% more updated in Facebook than in YouTube and my vlog. So you can search Kimmie on me, or you can also check the links below this description in the video. And that's it. Thank you so much once again, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye bye.